G'day.
Hello there.
I'm Aussierobbo.
I'm English Gent.
And welcome back to another episode of What Has Darren Been Buying?
It's been too long. Yes, I've been buying. I've had quite a few deliveries in the last couple of weeks, but we've saved them all up for this one episode because June's been a quiet month otherwise. And it's not all going to be this Star Wars stuff. But we'll see you shortly and we'll show you everything. Yeah, so I've been buying. And it feels like a long time. We've had the pins, we had the LGBT Pride Month pins, which we'll put a link down below from a couple of weeks ago. But we've actually been getting out and about, which has been nice,
yeah.
I thought. So more of that is going to be coming up in the near future, I hope. So I've had a few deliveries over the last couple of weeks from Disney, and this one wasn't Disney, this was actually in town at Forbidden Planet. So this is just a simple addition, and it's a helmet I've always liked. It's Wedge Antilles from Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back, and now also the sequel trilogy. And it's got a different colouring to Luke Skywalker's. Keep it brief, it's got sound effects. It's got like a lovely little microphone which moves back and forth like a little, quite nice. And it's got a battery pack, and it's only just now, before we started recording, that I realised that the battery pack actually serves a purpose. Two settings. There's one which is A New Hope with sound effects, and there's this one which is for Empire Strikes Back. And yeah, it's very quiet, so it's only really made, I think it's made mainly for kids who are going to be wearing it, so they can hear it inside their heads when they're playing, so it's not making annoyance to the adults of the room.
You don't need a helmet to hear voices in your head, do you?
No. What? Yeah, so you get to hear Wedge and Luke doing their little back and forth in the Battle of Hoth, bit of R2-D2 and Rogue Leader. So yeah, there's a couple of settings. It's a nice surprise. Not as good as the one we had made from the Rebel Legion, Darth Hare, who made other Luke Skywalker helmet. This one, the visor doesn't move up or down, which kind of is a bit claustrophobic because it means it's always sitting on your nose. Anyway, so yeah, I bought a Spirit jersey. I've only owned one Spirit jersey before, and that's the one. Where did I get this other Spirit jersey from?
Going to the Disney park.
Oh, it was Christmas. It was around Christmas, and it was kind of a lumberjack style kind of motif on the lettering. And I didn't think I'd actually buy another one, but then they made R2-D2 into one for Star Wars Day this year. So yeah, basically it's all the details. It's the character made into a piece of fabric. So you've even got his legs on the side of the arms, a bit of grey, a bit of white, a bit of blue, and then his face. It goes all the way down. So this is a size medium. I'm a big lad and I've got bigger in the last year, and this is a size medium. So I would say always buy a size or even more down. Yeah, so that was quite nice, and I got money off it as well, which is even great. Rob doesn't have a Spirit jersey as yet. What would you have if you had a character from Star Wars on a Spirit jersey?
I would actually buy a C-3PO Spirit jersey.
Because it's gold. He wants to be shiny.
No, but he's my favourite droid, I think, from the films.
Right, so we know what you're getting you this year when it comes out, hopefully.
Well, there is no C-3PO one yet, is there?
Yet. This has started it. So, yeah, you're not here really just for Star Wars. That's not what we advertised. So, it's been a while. It feels like ages, but we've got more NuiMOs products. This last month, was Cruella, came out in cinemas and on Disney+. We went to see it. What did you think? I personally loved it.
I enjoyed it, yeah. It was a good film. I wouldn't ever watch it again. I don't have a feeling to watch it again. But yeah, I quite enjoyed it. And my stepmother was kind of lavishing praise on it, so she really enjoyed it as well.
So we really enjoyed it. And as part of the NuiMOs releases, they decided it's fashion, it's kooky, it's London. So they went for Cruella designs. I only bought 2 out of the 4 designs that they released. First of all, we've got an outfit which is based directly from the first teaser poster that came out, poster image, where it had her with the dogs So it had her with the dogs, and it's got quite a nice fabric feel to it. So it's the fabric of the skirt is done quite nicely, and there's also a jacket and a bow. And she's wearing the bow, and I've kind of hidden, because she's got a permanent bow, like a red bow on her head, so I've hidden that behind. And then she's wearing this long jacket, like a kind of leather-esque jacket, and it kind of goes so far down that it covers the skirt. But the skirt is done in quite nice material. It's got like a sort of lattice work on it, and that's I don't mind it. It doesn't work really in the small scale.
It's quite boring as an outfit for these things.
Black on black on black, and I think because it's on Minnie Mouse, who's very much black, it makes it hard to discern. It kind of reminds me of Pet Shop Neil Tennant from Pet Shop Boys meets Sia.
Right.
So yeah, the second one is another one which is inspired from the film. I don't remember it off the top of my head. It's a fur coat combo with a skirt with a button detail. And it's I actually quite like this one. So it's got one of the patterns from the film, and actually you probably recognise the patterns from the main high street stores, and patterned leather sort of look shoes. And I've decided to put Daisy in this one. So it kind of, I actually quite like this one. I'm actually glad I got it. So the fur is actually quite nice and soft, and it's not got anything. It's got lining inside, and then this is like an open strap Velcro number, and then you get the shoes. And one of my biggest gripes with NuiMOs is they don't often supply you with a whole costume. So like with Minnie, I've ended up having to put some black trainers on her, and you often find yourself having to do that, like piece things together. But yeah, what do you think to that one? That's actually quite nice. I like that.
It's a lot more visually interesting than the other one, but it's still it's black and white, so it's kind of dour. And when you've got these kind of characters, I think the color works better on the characters' outfits.
Yeah, I agree. But speaking of which, colour. So yeah, so I'll probably do like an image right back now, which is some photography I did of those two. But next they did like a combo. So it was like, most of it was Cruella, but then they released two outfits which were I think they were supposed to be camping inspired. One of the issues a lot of collectors have is that they don't release all the accessories. So in Asia and certain parts of the world, they release tents, like an actual tent for you to have your NuiMOs sleep in and stuff. And we don't get any of that. So they've literally just released two outfits. I'll just go down to the basement right now. So the first one is a kind of outdoorsy backpack, sort of. It's like what you'd have like a drawstring backpack, so like a duffel bag, and it comes with a red jacket and like a blue sort of elasticated short, which is actually quite nicely fitted on the short. So we've got Dale wearing this combo. The first thing that came to my mind was it's a nice bright red coat, but it also reminded me of the dwarf out of the horror thriller movie with Donald Sutherland, Don't Look Now.
Well, isn't it? Or it's very similar jacket to what Georgie wears in it as well.
Yes. Oh no,
was that yellow?
No, he's got a yellow raincoat. But yeah, that's the same vibe.
It's the same shape.
Yeah, it's the same shape. It's actually quite a nicely made jacket. The zip works really well on it. But yeah, for some reason it just reads, because it's like a small thing, it reads like the killer dwarf in Don't Look Now for Me. Second of all, we've got kind of it's supposed to be an outdoorsy feel. So you get an orange t-shirt with a nice sort of trees motif on it, and a big felt hat that to me reads like, if it was green it would be like a St. Patrick's Day hat, and then flip-flops, and I think like a purple trouser. Yeah, purple trouser. And I've got Chip in that one. So as you can see, I quite like the t-shirt. The t-shirt's got a lovely sort of print on it. The hat, like all the hats, don't seem to stay on, so if I tip it, it just literally falls off. So they could have done with putting magnets or something in that. And then I actually really like the flip-flops, the sandals, but they are very fiddly to put on. And it's very kind of like, it's all orange, green and purple, so to me it reads very sort of Halloween-y. Don't know about you.
Yeah, it's a good effort. I mean, the hat's a bit crumpled, you might say. So it kind of, I don't know about the hat, but I like the rest of the outfit. The rest of the outfit's cool.
But yeah, I'm liking again, like Rob said earlier on, I think when they do colour, I think it works so much better. Like
Yeah.
when they put vibrant colours. So keep an eye on our Instagram and our Twitter, because I'll be posting a special photo there in regards to colour in some point in the week. Where can you find social media? Where are we posting those photos?
On Instagram, Aussierobbo and the English Gent. And Twitter, Robbo and Gent.
Yeah, so we post quite a lot of photos on there and stuff we don't necessarily always get into the vlogs themselves, including the theme park ones. So yeah, that's NuiMOs for this month. What do you make, if you're collecting NuiMOs, what do you make of the last 2 months releases? Personally, I think they've been a bit disappointing, and they're kind of like, there's no characters being released, and it's all a bit drabby, and it doesn't seem to have much reason for releasing, apart from like a film came out, so they rush released a bunch of stuff connected to that. But what would you like to see come out? I personally would like to see some more of the characters coming from over in Asia, like Chip and Dale. That'd be nice. Goofy, etc. Max, and also the princesses. I don't know if anybody's aware, but in Asia they've actually started slowly releasing princesses. At the moment you've got Jasmine, and you've also got Ariel, and I think Alice from Alice in Wonderland's been out for a while, but again, not out over here. So fingers crossed they'll get those over here. Write down below what things you would like to see NuiMOs for your collection, or what you'd like us to show in coming months. Speaking of princesses, it wouldn't be a haul without some Funko, and we've got there's 4 new Disney Princess series. They've basically started remoulding Disney princesses, and I decided to go for 2 of them. I love the Little Mermaid, much to Rob's horror.
Another Little Mermaid one.
Yeah, another Little Mermaid one.
I can join the rest of the collection of 10 Little Mermaids you have.
Yeah, so this one, so they've kind of upped their game in regards of sculpting and moulding. They're getting more detail, but also a bit more imaginative, and they're actually giving them bases to stand on. So you've got Ariel is sat on the seabed with Sebastian, and is Flounder in there? No, I can't see Flounder. And you've got the sort of flower in her hair that she always has, and yeah, I think it's simple, and it's also nice to see something that's a bit more dynamic rather than just being stood there.
Right.
And then second up, we've got Aurora, and I actually bought this one because Rob likes squirrels, and this is a Funko that has.
That's why you bought it.
So as you can see, it's got Aurora with the nature and a basket, and she's stood on a grassy little, bit of soil, bit of land, and a little squirrel looking up at her. And I actually originally bought this because I thought I might do a custom. With this box, it's got quite a nice gold sort of trim as well on areas, and I think they're going to basically re-release all the princesses again for like the umpteenth time. But I've only bought Ariels before. I've never actually bought any of the princesses, so this is my entry drug into getting more princesses. Don't worry, I'm not. So to finish off, we're back to Star Wars, and this is more of an update. So this little critter, we gave you the challenge of naming him, and I think, hey y'all, that gave everyone the idea that he's going to be southern. However, I actually quite like, there's a few people who mentioned Walt as being the name, and I thought that worked quite well, because he's what? He's Walt the Wampa. You have to live with me. So yeah, we've now named him, he's official, Walt the Wampa. So on that, I want to say thanks for everybody who's been subscribing recently. It's been great, and all the feedback we've been getting, comments, really appreciate it. We appreciate every single one of you, especially when you cross over onto our social medias and follow us there. But also looking forward to more adventures. Probably won't be getting as many hauls as our doors open up in London. Let us know what you'd like to see us doing in London, if there's anything you'd like to see us sort of venture into. But yeah, thanks for now, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I've got hair on my... Is my hair alright?
Yes, that's fine.
Like, there's much of it. It's got hair in my face. got my eyes. Anyway, right, there we go.